following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Jim in Palm Harbor. Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Doing great, man. How you been?
Oh, great. I really appreciate you and Tommy. You do a great job, great work, and I really appreciate it. I watch you every day.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here, man. Let's go to Sylvia in Tampa. Hey, Sylvia, how you doing?
Hey, Tom. Good morning. Thank you so much for taking my call. I want to tell you thank you so much for the advice you gave me on dust yesterday. I exited when you told me, and I made a healthy profit for a very short period. So thank you.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. So begin a great relationship. Know what you want. Know what the needs of your body are and what the needs of your mind are. And what fits well with you. The millions of men and women, some of them will make a good match for you and others won't. The two of you only need to be like a key and a lock, a match that works. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 175, NASDAQ up 46, S&P's up 13. Percentage-wise, what you have out here, folks, is that you have the Dow Industrials trading up 0.7%, NASDAQ 0.6, S&P's 0.4. Gold contract down $2.50, trading at $12.9670 an ounce. Silver off 2 cents, $16.42 an ounce. Light sweet crude off $1, trading price point $64.84 a barrel. Notes and bonds, you got the 10-year note down 10 ticks, 119.27. 30-year bond down 23 ticks, 144.03. King dollar down 164 ticks, trading at 94 flat. The euro is at 116.96 to $1 US. Yen is out here at 109.73 to $1 US. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Now, let's go take a look at the world of the NDX 100 first. Why? Because the NDX 100 is approaching its all-time high. Right now, if we take a look at the Qs, you get anemic volume like extraordinaire out here. 13 million shares traded, 13.7. We're going after the high, which is 175.21 at 55 million. Bottom line, the low of that high from the trading day of March 13th was 171.26. You can see you're into it really well. That's gonna say, hey, guess what? We're gonna hit that high. We'll see what happens when we get up into that high. The composite, same type of setup inside the whole NASDAQ composite. The composite itself right now, we're at 76.01. That high is 76.37. If we go back to the NDX, when we take a look at the strength versus the weakness, your strength out here is JD.com. That's up 5%. Baidu's up 4.5. Ultra Salon's up 4.5. Taken away from it, you got the Wynn Resorts down 5.6% off $10. Express Scripts is down 2%, JB Hunt is down 2%, and you got Western Digital down 1.6%. Inside the Dow Industrials, the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow, point-wise, let's go take a look at this. So you get the mover out here today is Home Depot. That's putting 25 positive points in. We have Boeing putting 22, Visa's putting 16, Walmart's putting 15. Taken away from it, Caterpillar's -8. Chevron's -8, Exxon's -5, GE's -2. Let's go to GE. So GE, this is going to be interesting. GE slid itself underneath that 14 level again. Yep. So GE had a nice counter trend bounce, gets up to 1550 from 1270. Bottom line, you're coming back off that number with volume. GE has big problems. Gold contract. What do we have with the gold contract? Gold contract right now trading at a price point of $12.96. Bottom line, needs some juice. We've been laying down here since gold basically went south on the 15th. That's when gold went from 1320 to 1294. held up well last week. I mean, bottom line is that you didn't basically get into that swing point of 1286. What is crucial here, though, is that the further you get past 1298 into 1298, the higher probability that goes that you're going to go test that 1298 area. We go take a look at the GDX. Inside the equity part of it, different ball game. So it's intriguing that the equities are still holding up versus the actual metal. GDX is down 3 cents. It's a sideways movement. You got light volume. That's after actually pushing into a swing point last week. It was pushing higher. That did have some juice behind that move. We go take a look at the NVDA. So NVIDIA is breaking out to all-time highs. That's up $7 today. The last swing point up here was 260. You're at 264.66. And guess what? The week's just beginning. And what we had last week is that you did have Intel. NVIDIA had been a leader for a long time. Intel's the one that broke topside last week inside that the chip market. So bottom line, we'll see. Let's actually go to the SMHs. If we take a look at the SMHs, right now, yeah, they haven't hit their high yet, but it looks like they want to hit their high also. They're not that far from it. The low of the high is 111 bucks. We hit 110.30 today. The high is 114. Silver, we take a look at the silver market. Now, bottom line, the silver has stayed inside its larger range. Right now, you're at 1642. You've done 53,000 contracts. No, not bad. The lower range inside silver is basically about 15 cents lower. Oil, we take a look at the oil market. What has happened with oil, bottom line is that you're getting some selling inside the oil market. We're down 95 cents right now. You get 660,000 contracts traded. If you do put this on a much larger basis, as soon as you get back inside the 65.96 area, that sets up 65. And bottom line is that we're at 64.87. Now it gets intriguing here. You know, we're getting to levels that can get it down to 61 pretty quickly. And if you get any juice on this on the way down, then wide open is 56 bucks. So that'll be quite a move when we hit 72.90 on the 22nd. If we go take a look at the XLE and see how the XLE is set up, that XLE also couldn't handle a higher price. It had actually tested the highs of January 24th, did that test on May 22nd, gave it up, came off that with high volume. Bottom line, what we have out here now is a high volume spike at 73.84 that does want to get tested. If we take a look at ExxonMobil, that's how Exxon's also set up. It tried to get into a high today, gave it up. And Exxon, by the way, didn't do a big counter trend bounce. Chevron had done a nice counter trend bounce. That also gave it up, though. That came down off 131. 2 weeks ago, you're at 122. That also has a spike that's laying out here at 121. Right now, you're at 122.60. Stay right there, folks. Got our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, coming back. We, right now, Dow Industrials up 180, NASDAQ up 49, S&P's up 14. Coming right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 176. We get the Nasdaq up 49. S&Ps are up 13. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, as we do each and every Monday at 20 past the first hour. Don't forget, folks, Steve's got an outstanding show right here every trading day, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Get that show right on TFNN. Get it on YouTube. If you haven't checked out YouTube on your phone, folks, the easy way to do it, you go to youtube.com. Inside the search bar, put TFNN. Hit the button. It'll come up. You can subscribe for free. All the programs right there. Great way to bring us wherever you are each and every day. Steve also has a great newsletter, Mastering Probability. You can come over to our website at TFNN, and the way you get it, you just go to Newsletters, Trading Newsletters, Mastering Probability right there. Comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Steve Rhodes, what's going on?
Well, thanks for that nice introduction, Tom. Speaking of introductions, I don't know if you got a chance last night to see the Golden State Warriors Game 2. Game 1 was pretty amazing, as I stayed up till fairly late to watch that game. But I caught the opening last night, had Carlos Santana doing the national anthem. Now,
oh, nice.
I love Carlos Santana.
Yeah.
And I've been to a number of his concerts. But the opening, here's the issue, is that I watched the opening of the Las Vegas Knights a couple days earlier.
Yes.
And I don't know if that was the first time I've actually seen it right from the get-go.
Right.
Up until this point in time, I've kind of just turned the game on as it was. There was like a 15-minute.
There was.
It didn't stop, but it was great.
Folks, if you didn't see it, you can tell that you were in Las Vegas. There's no doubt, man. That was like I almost thought. I knew that I was still on the channel, but like 5 minutes into it, I really thought that, okay, hold it, man. Like, you know.
I know,
yeah.
I know. And you know, Vegas has all these great shows out there, as you know. And so I figured, boy, this is being produced by, somebody who's done Cirque du Soleil or something like that. No, it's an individual, it's kind of like the story of the Knights themselves. You've got these guys who come together as a team, and the guy named Johnny Greco is the producer. He wasn't known for anything along these lines, at least what I read. Yeah. So it's really kind of cool. So, they've got the game 4 tonight.
4, yes.
Game 3.
Game 4.
Game 3's Game four.
Yeah, it's
is
2-1 right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, as far as introductions, sell in May. So we're in June. Happy June to you. You know, it's so funny living in Florida. We have to remind ourselves that it's summer.
Seriously.
You know, you're like, well, I guess that's the reason it's hot. It's actually June, so
yeah.
Of course it's be hot out here. But I know there's a question people have. Hey, what happened to our sell in May cycle?
Okay.
This is the annual seasonal cycle, which typically says the Dow over the last 84 years has topped out in May 19th, not May 1st, moves down into the middle end of June 25th out there, makes another run for those highs, typically fails right into the third week of July, and then starts heading into that October Santa Claus rally timeframe, usually mid-October out here. But this year, as we take a look what the Dow has done, it actually formed a bottom thus far in May. It wasn't the bottom, but 2 days, the actual low of that hammer candle held on May 1st. So that begs the question, so what's going on? And when we couple that, Tom, with the normal price movement of the Dow during a midterm election cycle, now going back to 1934, we've got 24 of these that we can take a look at. The actual sell in May cycle gets going right from the get-go. We can see that there's bounces, quite a few out here, but the market typically makes that top Dow, I should say, in May, right at the beginning, and moves lower into the end of October. So we don't have that, or at least it has not played out that way. So what I did was I went back through all those 24 cycles and tried to identify as many as I could that maybe were close to our conditions right now. When I say maybe close, meaning that when May 1st rolled around, the market still kind of moved sideways to higher. And the closest that I could find that emulates what may be this year, knowing that May 1st, in essence, thus far has been a bottom, is the year of 1958. Now, I took these, by the way, there were other years such as 42, 1990, 1994, and 2014. So I took the conglomeration of those years, those 5 years, summed them up, and it looks like this. So is it the average of this, which if it were, would say we would see some type of short-term top right around June the 7th. Today's the 4th. So 3 days from now, a little bit of a decline, moving higher into the June 18th time frame, then a fairly decent decline into the July or June 25th level, and then a move higher out here. I don't know if that is what the market is going to follow, but I'm paying attention to it. And if we take a look at the Dow itself, and ask, hey, is this Dow following that 1958 cycle, and how would we know? First, it's putting into context that the Dow right now is trading in a consolidation. And I've got that. It's just been the normal, it's actually been a correction, which we hadn't seen for a couple of years out here, a 10% correction. So we've had the normal correction that the Dow has typically on average once a year during the last century out here. Right now we can see the consolidation that it's traveling in, and certainly a breakout above this consolidation would suggest that, okay, it is following along that 1958 pattern. Forget about sell in May. The market's going to continue to move higher. But the question is there an earlier signal than that? And this is what I'm watching, Tom. This is the Dow priced in euros. And the Dow priced in euros, as of about an hour ago, was trading right into its resistance of its horizontal trading range boundary line. I heard that you had talked to Bud last week.
Yes.
We're exchanging some emails. So this is really his tool, only automated. And in this case, I'm looking at the Dow price in euros and using horizontal trading range. So we can see the midpoints out here that sometimes will act as a, as he liked to call it, ice and resistance levels out here. But we can see the consolidation. The Dow price in euros, if it breaks above its consolidation, that would tell me that the Dow in dollars is beginning to follow along that 1958 analog pattern. So, folks, what you want to do is you want to watch certainly the all-time high Dow in euros. That's 21,462. A break above that says, okay, maybe there is no sell in May unfavorable seasonal cycle, even during a midterm, that's going to play out. If I take a look at what my long-term price projections are, and I've updated these, Tom, the Dow is still 30,740. doesn't come into play until we see the Dow break through its consolidation. The S&P 500, I've now generated a new, or the market, or the charts that I take a look at and the patterns that I follow have generated a new price projection, and that's 5,064. We're trading at 27.45 right now. Inside of the NDX 100, it's also very close to breaking the consolidation. So just as you said, price is going to go test those highs. We'll see if it'll bust them out. If it busts them out, it's not likely to be on volume. You break a consolidation, you still have a measured move. So even the smaller consolidation pattern would suggest higher price. 8,800 is still there. And the Russell 2000, I'm looking at 28.72. That's long term. That doesn't mean there's not some shorter term things that I'm watching, but that's what subscribers and I will be looking at tomorrow morning. And folks, come on over, give Mastering Probability a try. As Tom said, you can do it just by looking at newsletters, trading newsletters, and follow along with me, the Market Timers Digest #1 timer for the S&P and gold.
Now, I know we got to leave, but what if the Dow topped in January and the S&P topped in January?
It didn't.
Okay.
And the reason, you want me to hang on?
Stay right there. Stay right there.
Okay.
Awesome. Steve and I come right back, folks. Stay right there. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading up 181, NASDAQ up 49, S&P's up 13. Coming right back.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back for Talking to Our Man, Mr. Steve Rhodes. We are talking markets, and of course, don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Steve's got a great show, also a great newsletter, Mastering Probability. The way you get that, come over to our website at TFNN, go to newsletters, go to trading newsletters, 30-day money-back guarantee. Check it out right now. And when we had left, I asked Steve specifically, how do we know that the Dow and the S&P didn't top in January?
Absolutely. And so here's the logic behind that. First, when I did a workshop a couple of weeks ago for subscribers, and it was thinking in terms of global capital flows and taking a look at the indices and other things priced in major currencies, the U.S. dollar, the euro, the yen, and the pound out there. So reserve type currencies.
Yes.
And what I found, Tom, was pretty amazing is that when the Dow has topped in prior tops out there,
okay,
it has done so in all 4 currencies at or just about the same time.
Okay.
So that's the first element that is out there. And in fact, this year, the January high inside of the Dow, that's why it was such a great question that you asked, actually did top in euros, pounds, yen, and dollars. So it did in January. What was missing, because the month before that, I had done a workshop for subscribers that shared with them the pattern that has been present before the beginning of every major bear market for the last 130 years. The NASDAQ, as it turns out, the NDX 100, actually formed that pattern. That's what I'm showing on my screen right here. This is a weekly time frame chart. The pattern exists prior to each bear market, either on a daily, weekly, or a monthly time frame chart, sometimes multiple time frames. Inside the NDX 100, the NASDAQ composite, it generated that pattern. And that said, okay, maybe this is because the Dow had topped at the same time in all currencies. However, this has just been a correction. And the reason why I believe that and this pattern does not exist on the Dow. If I change this, Tom, over to the Dow right now, here's the weekly chart, that pattern doesn't exist. If I put it on a daily time frame, that pattern doesn't exist. If I put it on a monthly time frame, that pattern doesn't exist. So unless this is going to be different over the last plus century out here, which I don't think it is, tells me that, okay, the Dow has not put in a top. Well, now when I change and take a look at how is the NDX performing in euros, in yen, in pounds out here, it went on to form new all-time highs in those currencies. In the case of the yen, that began on Friday. In the case of the euros, it was in the middle of May. In the case of pounds, it was May 23rd. The NDX also will top out, when it does, in all major currencies at the same time. Since it hasn't topped out in those other 3 currencies, then I conclude the Dow hasn't topped out, and because the Dow will go ahead and form that pattern that I had mentioned. Now, the Dow can form that pattern. If it gets to new highs, the same pattern that existed inside the NASDAQ composite or the NDX, I'll put the composite up next, it will begin, this is the monthly chart, let me put the weekly, it will begin to form. Doesn't mean just because it's present that it confirms. That's what I taught subscribers of Mastering Probability, the exact 5 steps that the market will go through when it actually forms a top. So that's why I say with conviction that the highs that we saw in January were not the market top out there. And it's just putting together those things and taking a look at global capital flows. That doesn't mean that the consolidation pattern that we're in doesn't exist. And it doesn't mean on a short-term basis, Tom, that I'm not looking for possible setup here, because here's the NQs. And this is the 5-hour time frame chart. And if we go back, because that same pattern that I showed on a weekly time frame, it also works on an intraday period. So here's a 5-hour chart. And if we go back to January, this has been calling every top, as you can see along the tops, as well as the bottoms. Now, about 23 hours from now could be, not saying that it's going to, because it has to follow very specific particulars of this pattern. But the earliest that I would begin to see this pattern forming is around 2 o'clock tomorrow. It may be pushed off, and then we could be taking a look at some type of short term. But the the answer that I provided to you that it hasn't is more along the larger time frame, and this is taking a look at a shorter term time frame. So I want people to, we have all different types of listeners out there.
Sure.
So
right.
That's how I put this whole thing and stitch this whole thing together. And what's really interesting was that it was many months ago when I had said, hey, look, it looks like we've got a consolidation breakout inside the NDX 100, and that's got a long-term target of 8,800. And even in my mind, I'm saying, but it's the only one that's generated a long-term target. Now I've got the Russell giving me a confirmed long-term target, the S&P and the Dow based on certain conditions happening. So now it's really all coming together clear for me. But that's longer term, with regard to where things are headed. So in short, we still may, because we're coming up into these highs with light volume. So this pattern itself, I'm sorry, that I'm taking a look at out here, this pattern could come into play and we see another retracement because it's not going to be a straight line move up to those levels. That's not what I'm saying. But then this is the benefits that the subscribers of Mastering Probability get, because I lay out the entire strategy so it can help them to plan their long-term portfolio as well as understand kind of like a play-by-play what to expect and what's going on inside the market now.
And folks, the easiest way to get his newsletter, come over to our website at TFNN, go to newsletters, trading newsletters, see Mastering Probability right there. Check it out, 30-day money-back guarantee. And, of course, don't forget, every trading day right here, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Great program. So we're going to be watching some great hockey tonight, too.
I hope so. I think we will. It should be. It's been a good series so far, and yeah, it's great.
Oh, hey, so you must have watched golf yesterday. What happened with Tiger yesterday?
He made an early kind of run for it, but he was so far out that I think he finished tied for 9th, a decent score. He's been playing well, so maybe coming into the U.S. Open, but the reality is, Tom, he created this environment of just young bombers. It's really like you. Look, you've created this environment of great traders around the world. People that just simply, you're infectious. A way of producing your show and sharing the information, just around the world has created these great technical traders. And Tiger Woods has done the same kind of thing where you've got these young guns that are coming up there. These guys are hitting the ball, as you know, 350 yards is like an average drive for some of these guys.
And that's the deal.
Crazy.
That's the, I think it was either Jack Nicklaus or someone. They were interviewing, and they said it's the long ball in golf that's as soon as they're hitting long, their probability of winning goes up dramatically, right? Well,
yeah, because you can, as long as you're not hitting it, let's say, into the woods or into the water.
Yeah.
You might be hitting it, long and into the rough, but you now have a wedge or a sand wedge or a gap wedge into the green versus. Myself, I'm looking at a 3-wood on that.
Right.
Yeah. So it's amazing, and so he's created this amazing group of talented, and just because people strive, when you see somebody else doing it, you want to do it yourself. So
sure, no doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, brother. Well, listen, we appreciate the education. Have a great one, a safe one. Look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thanks, Tom. Bye-bye.
Stay right there, folks. Come right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading up 182. NASDAQ is up 49. S&Ps are up 13. We'll come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary Power Law Vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume stocks in this equity market today. This will be a low volume market inside the S&P and the Dow Industrials. NASDAQ looks like it's going to have some juice in it. The leader out here is a GE. GE's getting slammed again. That's down 38 cents, trading $13.71. We get Advanced Micro is flat. That's up 37 cents actually. Nectar Therapeutics, that baby is just getting slammed. It's down $39, trading at $50.90. This is a biotech. Bottom line is that let's see what they were talking about is concerns over. It lost a third of its value on Monday after response rates in the melanoma and cancer and kidney cancer patients decreased in a mid-stage trial of the company's cancer drug in combination with Bristol Myers Squibb Ovida drug. So bottom line is that you talk about getting toasted, waking up in the morning. It's pretty intense. If we do bring this back, bottom line, the ride was pretty incredible. In November, this was a $23 stock. In March, it was a $111 stock. So it's down off the highs from March of $111. You're at $50. What I expect you're going to see here, monster volume. It's a breakdown. This thing can go all the way back to $23 where it broke out from. So pretty intense. There's no two ways about that. Some of the other higher volume stocks out here today, Microsoft. Let's go to Microsoft. So Microsoft bought a Coda out here this morning. Microsoft, I believe this is all-time highs. We're at $101.70. Yes, it is at all-time highs. Microsoft bought GitHub for $7.5 billion. This is bringing in-house a community of 28 million programmers who publish code openly and extending a shift away from a strategy of shrouding its software in secrecy. The move is both a return to Microsoft's earlier software development roots and a sharp turnaround from its stance on open source software a decade ago. Chief Executive Officer said the deal, expected to close at the end of the year, will help speed moves into the cloud and artificial intelligence. Computers are becoming embedded in the world in every part of daily. This is his quote. And computing is becoming embedded in the world and with every part of our daily life and work and with every aspect of our society and an economy being transformed by digital technology. So bottom line is that now you talk about some coders. They get some coders, and they get some coders very quick. Merck & Company. Merck & Company's up $1.43. Facebook is down 60 cents. You had NVIDIA's up $6.74. Bristol Myers is off 174. If we go over to Facebook, we take a look at Facebook. It doesn't, not much is basically hitting Facebook these days. We are at highs, and they had a negative story about the access that Facebook has given more than bottom line people that are paying for it. What this is about in the New York Times, well, Facebook's disputing the story in the New York Times about how it shares data with device makers from Apple and Amazon to Samsung. They're privy to the Facebook's users' information, but it's nothing like the access that Cambridge Analytica had. This is what the social network says anyway. Bottom line, New York Times is saying that Facebook had struck deals with device manufacturers that allowed them full access to the information on users and their friends. But the U.S. company contends those packs are intended to help device makers create their own versions of Facebook apps, and that the data mostly remained on phones. Mostly, that access, that you gotta love it. Mostly, all. If you have a child, you're bringing a child up, folks. Get them not only into math. Math is always great, no doubt. You're gonna have to get them into the English language in a huge way. Why? Because we are in a state now that every little word inside a paragraph or sentence means something. You can see in that one. That was mostly. Well, guess what? They didn't deny it. They said mostly. Let's go take a look at one of the targets. Want us to look HK. So what do we have here? Okay, so we got Helcon Resources. This is an oil and gas company. They develop onshore liquid-rich assets. And okay, so this company. Wow, this is quite a trip. This company in 2014 did $1.1 billion. This year, $288 million. Man, oh man, that you talk about a pullback. That is about as intense as you can get. So let's pull this back. I see what's happening. All right, so it's coming down as high volume low. I'd wait till it gets there. Let me just look at this for a second. So industry. So this got issued a long time ago. Okay, so they went public at $8 in 2006. They did secondaries in 2012 and 13. I'd let this come all the way back. This doesn't look great. You know, bottom line is that you're $3.68. That's what looks like it's game there. That's takes a while to get there, but that's how that baby looks like it's just shaking out right now. We go over to the XLF. So the XLF, folks, last week, it just bottom line couldn't handle higher price, still can't handle higher price. Up 7 cents right now. You're dying on the vine. It's closed. It looks like we closed the gap 27.72, 27.66. Well, 27.72 would really close the gap. And we get to 27.66 today. You get volume of 31 million, and you're going into 43 million. You're going into 85 million. J.P. Morgan. Let's go take a look at a couple of the big banks out here. Same setup. J.P. Morgan can't handle price. This is you know, with Berkshire, this is a real heads up. Okay, B. That these rates are still going to go lower. Yeah, oh, look at this. So Berkshire is actually, we're at 191 off the high of 217, but what Berkshire is doing today, this is subtle. Berkshire, next couple of days, going after this high volume swing low, 189. Right now we're at 191, and that's going to be a big number because this consolidation's been up here for 5 months, you know. Hasn't done much, but we'll see when we look back if this is going to be basically the highs in Berkshire for a while, because what we have done is this. You made a high at 217.62. That high was made January. You did 86 million shares, and then watch this. Then you came off with 113. That's coming off the high with volume. So bottom line, it's always a little risky, and what normally happens with that, folks, is that you have funds, larger funds, that are bottom line selling, and they're not basically buying as support. That's when you see that coming off the highs. And if we take a look at the inside deal right now, 331, yeah, you get some selling. You get, let's see, State Street, Claybrook, Fidelity. They were sellers. Let me see this. 3, 5, that's like 15. Yeah, when you take a look at the top, 3, you just ballpark this. Right now, you get more sellers than buyers inside Berkshire. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Dow up 178. NASDAQ up 50. S&P's up 13. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials up 182, NASDAQ up 50, S&P's up 12. If you want to hear a stat, this is quite a stat, folks, that when you take a look at the combined value of Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, and Google, parent Alphabet, they have a combined value of $3.8 trillion. That is more than the GDP of Germany, and it is more than all the companies combined in the TOPEX in Japan. Now, this is pretty intriguing because I just brought up the TOPEX in Japan, and check it out. I mean, it's pretty intense because you're talking about 5 equities are worth more than, I believe it's 2,300. Let's see. They have 2,082 members. So, you know, we'll see where this shakes out. This is out from Goldman Sachs, and what they're arguing is that these tech stocks are not in a bubble, and it is different this time than 2000 and the 2000 and what other year are they saying? And this is why they're saying that their PE's 22.6, and the 2000 PE multiples were 44. Bottom line is that this little paper here is saying that this is the new tech era, and these companies, the more that people say that they're overvalued, bottom line, their notion is that we are in a whole different era, and these leading tech companies today have become very large in terms of market value, but that reflects a significant growth of technology spending and its ability to displace other more traditional CapEx spendings, the strategist wrote. Very often, the new platforms become virtually the whole market. I suspect, let's see, I'm going to find out who the analyst is. Because we remember, every time it says, guess what? It's different this time. The market, folks, is always the same. It's cycle after cycle. Stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back with some numbers after the close. Dow Industrials up 180, NASDAQ up 50, S&P's up 12.5. Coming right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Oh, look who we have. It's a beautiful day. Look at our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take it by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay. And
it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But
yeah.
Holy I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Serve the one you love. Once you decide to be a couple, you're there to serve the one you love, to serve your love to your lover. And every kiss and every touch, you feel you're there to please the one you love without expecting anything back. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 178, NASDAQ up 52, S&P's up 12.5 percentage-wise out here. What you had the Dow and the NASDAQ up 0.7%, S&P's up 0.4%. If we go over to the composite, we take a look at the composite. What you're going to see is that the NASDAQ composite as well as the NDX 100, bottom line, approaching all-time highs. The composite is at 76.06. Your high is 76.37. It's up $52 today. You can expect that high to get hit tomorrow. We did $2.1 billion inside the composite today. NDX 100 also up today. We are at up 59 points. The high of the NDX is 71.86. We're 43 points away from it. NDX was up 59 today. Inside the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness, this is what you had. You had JD.com up 5.5%. Baidu is up 5%. You had Ultra Salon up 4.6%. Taken away from it, Win Research was down 5, Express Scripts was down 2, JB Hunt was down 1.6, and Vertex Pharmaceutical was off 1.5. We go over to the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow. Dow is basically still struggling. Dow, you know, we're 1,800 points off the high from January. We are 25,086 is your swing area. Bottom line, you know, we'll see whether we can make it up to that swing area. That swing area was established on the 21st of May. Small caps. We take a look at the small caps. Small caps are still over their high. Well, they're at their highs. They closed at their highs today. We're at 164.71. You've done 14 million shares. Anything over this 160, bottom line, puts you in a whole new range. If we actually go look at the indice, that was the IWM. We look at the indice. The indice is at 1651. And this has been a one-way move. You bring this back to 2016, you're at 943. Bottom line, you almost got a double out here, higher price. Gold contract, bottom line, down $3.50. We are at $12.95, and then that sets up that 12.86.80 can get tested. That's the low that was generated out here on the 21st. That's where we did reject lower price at that level. If we look at the GLD, which is the Street Tracks Trust, what you'll see, we are almost there. The low in the Street Tracks Trust, you know, for the last 6 months, well, 5 months, has been 121.97, 122.37 we got to today. Now, it has light volume, but the bottom line is that this is going to test those lower levels out. Silver, different animal. Bottom line, silver has stayed in its higher range. Silver was down 13 cents today, 2 cents today, sorry. Out at a price point of $16.42. Notes and bonds. Notes and bonds. Okay, TYM8. Here we go. Whoops. T. Okay, so we bring the note contract up first. We're trading at 119.14. Now, the number to keep your eye on is going to be 119.11. 119.11, that's where we went topside last week. Huge price spread, huge volume. What we have happening right now is that you pull back today. We pull back with 1.2 million. You're going into 3.4. Bottom line, it still has, we'll see how it shakes out. The way this is still set up, this still could be a potential ABC structure on the way up. The 30-year, we go take a look at the 30-year bond. 30-year bond, same type of setup. U.S., I think I'm on, what I'm in. So let's, no, I don't want that one. I want U.S. Okay, U.S., sorry folks, USU 8. We're on the September contract now. Yeah, September contract. Okay, so 30-year, this is interesting too, because so the 30-year is stronger than the 10-year. This is a heads up also, because this 30-year has been leading the 10-year. So 30-year right now, it came down 25 ticks. You did 250,000 contracts. That 250 is coming against 602. And where we broke topside from was 142.14. So that little baby still has 22 ticks to get down to the very bottom of it. So we'll see where that does shake out. If we go take a look at the TLT, the 20-year plus bond fund, what you're going to see inside of that is that pulled back 87 cents today. We did the 7.1 million. And that has some volume on the pullback. You're coming into 9 million, but bottom line, that is coming back with some volume. We'll see. Let me put this on a weekly for a second. Okay, so on a weekly, this is cool. Okay, on the weekly, the number to keep your eye on is 118.99. What 118.99 is, that is the high of the low that was established the week of May 18th. That's how that baby has shaken out. We take a look at some of the, well, here, let's go to Bitcoin, XBT. If you haven't test-driven the Nadex platform, folks, great time to test drive it. They have the spreads that start on Monday morning at 8 o'clock. They go till Friday at 3 o'clock, and then they also put in new monthly spreads that are mini contracts. Bitcoin right now is trading at 74.98. That was up 60 bucks today. This has been bouncing along this bottom. You know, last time we came down from May 4th. May 4th, we're out here at 97.95. You're at basically 7,500 right now. And so it's having a tough time basically getting out of this area. If we take a look at the volumes inside Bitcoin today, bottom line, the volume has been going down. Now, this is intriguing because the volume has been going down as it's going against their lows. You have the CBOE. We did 3,122 contracts in the CBOE. That's 1 coin per contract. And the CME, which is 5 coins per contract, we did 1,584. Bottom line, in both cases, that's light volume. Stay right there, folks. We're going to come right back. Dow Industrials finished up 178. NASDAQ up 52. S&P's up 12. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 178, Nasdaq up 52, S&P's up 11. We were just talking about Bitcoin and, bottom line, all these cryptocurrencies, new deal, no doubt about it. And there's a lot of different views on it. Now, Jim Chanos, let me give you his view. So now Chanos is a huge short seller, but he's been right quite a few times. This is his quote. Short seller Jim Chanos, who predicted the fall of Enron, has developed a view of Bitcoin. It would fail in a crisis. Fiat currencies such as the dollar have advantages when things go awry because governments can force their use and act as lenders of last resort, Chanos said in an interview with the Institute of New Economic Thinking published on Monday. Digital coins, on the other hand, have no such backing. For those who believe that you need to own digital currency as a store of value in the worst-case scenario, that's exactly the case in which a digital currency would work the least, he said. The last thing I'd want to own is a Bitcoin if the grid goes down. Food would be better, he said. This is the part that I really want you to get, because we all have different views on the Bitcoin phenomena. And I don't expect that people are buying it just for the Armageddon deal. Bottom line, things go up and things go down. It's a speculation deal. That's my take on it anyway. Listen, people will trade anything as long as it moves, folks. This past year's euphoria over Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies fits into the fraud cycle, in which people grow less skeptical during long periods of market gains, plowing into investments that would normally seem too good to be true. He said, the bull market of the 1990s culminated with the accounting scandals such as Enron's. Later, another run led to the global financial crisis of 2008. Now we are 9 years into this bull market, same as the 90s, so I suspect that now things are starting to percolate, he said, singling out Bitcoin in initial coin offerings for other tokens. Yeah, the other tokens are really a mess, folks. This is simply a security speculation game masquerading as a technological breakthrough in monetary policy. So we will see, no doubt, how this whole thing does shake out. But there's no doubt that he's seen many cycles in the marketplace. And when I just read that quote from Goldman Sachs, that was quite a bit. I'm going to read the rest of that story later. But when you do have 5 stocks that are as large as the Topex, which has 2,045 members and is bigger than the GDP of Germany, you can kind of look at it and say, okay, is there going to be a pullback? Is that too big? All of the above. If we go over and we take a look at a few of these right now, Google, bottom line, you're up 19 bucks in 3 days. This has moved from 1,056 to 1,139, and looks like, guess what? This is going to go to the top of the range too, which Google, no doubt, was one of the weaker fangs. But guess what? Now it looks like it's 1186's game on it. Facebook. Bad story over the weekend. Did it matter? No. Facebook is right at its highs. Bottom line, you're at 193.28. The high is 195.32. Microsoft, big number. Now, I actually put Microsoft in a different ball game. Microsoft, man, they've had their act together for a long period of time, and guess what? They turned around today. Now this gets going to get interesting. So they bought GitHub. $7.5 billion. And what they're really buying, folks, this is what it is, bringing in-house a community of 28 million programmers who published code openly and extending a shift away from a strategy of shrouding its software in secrecy. What you have here, so picture this. They're in the software business. This is open software, community of open software developers. Bottom line, they own the deal right now. They're going to use this deal to basically more than likely explode their whole cloud deal. You know, they get action going. They get action going in a big way. Amazon, we go over to Amazon. We take a look at Amazon. Amazon's also at all-time highs. And Amazon got some juice underneath it today. The all-time high was $16.38, $1,638. It takes it out today. It's going to need juice, but bottom line is that for a slow market day, the juice wasn't that bad. You had, if you want to see a buy at the end, let me see if I can find this for you. Geez, let's see, let's do it this way. This was a buy at a close, and it's a big one. Yeah, so check it out. 82,000 shares were bought at the close today. That is a monster number when we are talking about a stock that's $1,665. Huge number, right? What did I forget there? Let's see. Let's go to Netflix. NFLX. They didn't even have this inside the 5 we were just talking about. But bottom line, Netflix also all-time highs. 361. These expansions are pretty intense. In fact, Netflix, since December of this year, is getting close to parabolic. With, yeah, you've doubled in price. You went from 178 to 360 in 5 months. And let's pull this back for a second. So you get 4.7% short interest in it. Yeah, it's getting up there. That's the bottom line. Micron. Let's go take a look at Micron. Oh, I know. NVIDIA first. NVDA. NVIDIA was making new all-time highs today, closed at an all-time high, and had volume come in the equity. We did 15.9 million shares out here. Bottom line to 264.85. Put this on a monthly. Man. This is, now, NVIDIA is parabolic. There's no way to get around this. This is a 10-bagger in 2 years. No, a year and a half. Yeah, a 10-bagger. $24 18 months ago. $24. And, you know, you see 10-baggers in the marketplace, folks. What does happen with 10-baggers, just to wrap your head around, though, you don't see too many that stay over that period for a longer period of time. You know, and we'll see if, in fact, it's different this time. And I'm not in the course that things get different inside the marketplace. Some of the higher volume stocks out here today, you had, let's go put up, yeah, GE was a mess. I'm going to put up the S&P for a second, though, SPX, inside the SPX. Okay, so let me do it this way. Composite. Well, I'll take the composite. Okay, so GE was the highest volume stock out here. That was down 39 cents. Snap was up 69 cents. Nectar, which is a biotech, that got smoked. That was down $37. That was a cancer test that, bottom line, didn't perform as they wanted it to perform, so that stock really got hit. We take a look at, let's go to GE for a second. So GE, yeah, you get volume coming out of the equity also. And when you have a light volume day and you're looking at volume coming out of a market, out of an equity that's either going south or north, you want to pay attention to it because you know that you're in a light volume market, but yet GE accelerated with volume again. And bottom line, you know, 10 days, you just come down from 15.59 to 13.27. This is going to go after its high volume low. Once again, it's low. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We had Caterpillar down $1. You had Boeing up $4. IBM was up $1. We had International Paper up 2. Big Mac was up 1. Merck was up 1.46. Starbucks. What you're going to have with Starbucks out here, right? Starbucks, folks, let me pull this baby up. So Starbucks just announced that the founder, bottom line, Howard Schultz, he is going to be stepping down as executive chairman. This is quite a story, there's no doubt, man. So picture this, folks. He's 64, and he grew Starbucks from 11 stores to 28,000 in 77 countries. Pretty cool. Now, he had been, out before he came back in, when right to the company once again. Last month, he did, bottom line, I believe, come down off of one of the positions, and he got a new chief executive officer. Bottom line, though, now it's going to be his chairman, Empress, as of June 26th. So let's see what they say. His departure comes as Starbucks struggles to continue growing sales in its home market. Chief Executive Officer Kevin Johnson has pointed to the weak afternoon business for hurting companies' results so far this year. The coffee chain also recently faced a backlash after 2 black men were arrested at one of its Philadelphia cafes. The chain closed 8,000 company stores for an afternoon of anti-bias training last week, a decision that some shareholders have questioned. Last April, Schultz transitioned from chief executive officer to executive chairman, where he oversaw the company's social impact initiatives. Right now, we closed at $57. That's trading right now, $56.20, not the end of the world. He still owns, let's see, 2.64% of the company. He still owns 36,443,000 shares. But it's quite a story, man. There's no two way. Imagine well, actually, let's look at this. I want to look at so revenue. Yeah, 24 billion. So bottom line is that they're doing a bottom line. My God, that's pretty amazing. They're almost doing 500 million a week. That's the bottom line. That's 500 billion a month. 20. Yeah, no, 52 weeks. Yeah, 500 billion a week. Unreal. Big numbers. Company-owned retails, 17 billion. Now this is pretty amazing. So in America they're growing by 9%, but in Asia they're still growing by 42%. You know what we haven't seen out of the Starbucks model? No traction as to, if you remember, they start putting wine in a few of their stores. We haven't heard anything about that, so I suspect that maybe is not as going as well as they think it's going. And a couple of our tigers are saying, long Dunkin', short Starbucks. Pairs trade. Let's go look at Dunkin' Donuts, because you know what is amazing is that, so picture this. I remember big time when Starbucks really didn't just start, but they were coming out of Seattle and they were big, even when they had 11 stores, because that was the beginning of the coffee craze. That being said, I'm from Boston, and Dunkin' Donuts is right from Randolph, Mass. And when we were kids, folks, this is the amazing part about Dunkin', I think, that is pretty wild. So they're in Canton now. They started in, I think it was Randolph they started in. Bottom line is that you could go to Dunkin' Donuts, and many of these stores in Massachusetts, it was the biggest biker hangout there was. So it's really wild how they actually, transform themselves to be the coffee of choice, because there's no doubt also that what does happen is that if you're basically, it seems to me that if you're a Dunkin' fan, that's like being like a Red Sox fan or a Patriots fan. Forget it. It doesn't matter what happens. That's where it is. Now, so picture, when I first came to Florida, I've been in Florida 20 years now. When I came down to Florida, there were no Dunkin' Donuts. In Florida right now, folks, you cannot go. Look at that. Al likes Dunkin' Donuts better, too, my producer. I love it. You cannot go by 3 or 4 corners without a Dunkin' Donuts, and you cannot see. We're in Clearwater. If I'm going from Clearwater to St. Pete, you are seeing at least every 4 miles a new Dunkin' Donuts getting built. So they came in and they blasted into this place. When I was just in Chicago last week, what ended up happening at Chicago Airport, Midway, they just took over all the coffee places. So whatever strategy they have, it's working. And they're opening places, and they're opening very quickly. Let's go, let me look at this again. I just want to see what revenue they're taking in. So you're at $64.45. They're certainly not even close to Starbucks. Wow, look at that. There's a dramatic difference, but I guess they're starting from a much lower base. The bottom line is that look at the difference in these companies. It's not even close. Dunkin' takes in $1.3 billion. It's nothing. Starbucks taking $24 billion. Wow. So, pretty amazing. Now, that being said, look at this number, though. They're doing something right. So, Starbucks Gross, 2018, $24.8 billion. Earnings per share, they expect in 2018 to make $2.49. Stock's trading at $57. Dunkin' is only taking in $1.3 billion, yet bringing to their bottom line $2.73. You got 1.3 billion shares outstanding inside of Starbucks, and look at the difference. You have 83 million shares outstanding in Dunkin'. Now, and here's the number, because I'm in Dave White's telling me that Chanos, let me see, okay, so Dunkin' Donuts CEO, short seller James Chanos has it all wrong. Oh, good. Okay, so Chanos, who the guy I was just talking to at the beginning of the program, who was talking about cryptocurrencies, he is evidently a short seller inside of Dunkin' Donuts. Now look at this. Dunkin' Donuts is a 14.6% short position. That's a monster short position. Well, we'll see how that shakes out. You know, when you look, when I just look at the fundamentals on top of that, it's like, okay, this looks like a, well, this is a high volume low though at 56. Hasn't been tested. That's on the daily. Let's put this on the weekly. Yeah, I can see that going to the bottom of the consolidation again. I don't see this breaking down though, because you get big volume. November 3rd, the week of November 3rd, that's $60. A lot of support at 60. The battle goes on between the bull and the bears. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. We had the Dow finish up 178, NASDAQ up 52, S&P's up 11.5. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools, as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now up, finished up 178. NASDAQ up 52. S&P's up 11. Let's go over and take a look at the U.S. Steel. So, U.S. Steel trading $37.27. Put this on a weekly, and last high in the weekly was 47 bucks. You're down to 37. You have a high volume low laying out here at 31. We bring it to a monthly, and you can see you're still in this consolidation, meaning that the lower end of the consolidation. It tried to get over the $46.55 that it's been in since, let's see, 2011. Couldn't do it. Comes back underneath it. I think that consolidation is going to stay in there. We go to Alcoa. We take a look at Alcoa. So these were the first two tariffs that went in, meaning steel and aluminum. Alcoa is at 48.46. This baby right now actually, got some real juice on the way up. We came off a low in 2016 of $13. This one they split off the company also. This actually has some juice up to 62. And it looks like 62 is going to get tested again. What's going to get intriguing here, let's go to GM for a second. So we take a look at GM. You had, was it Google that put the money into GM? Who put, let's see. Whoops. There it is. There. Oh, SoftBank. That's right. SoftBank put $2 billion into the GM. Bottom line, you're at 43.78. Last high out here is 45. And bottom line, we'll see how that shakes out. Now, it's intriguing. This is what's so cool about the market in general, folks. Is this? So, picture we're probably, well, we're either in a trade war, we may be in a trade war, we may not be in a trade war. Now, the market is basically saying, if you just do a fundamental analysis, it looks to me, when you're looking at the market, it's saying that, guess what, we're not going to be in a trade war. So this is really going to get intriguing in the aspect of how this whole thing shakes out. We are off the highs big time. This is, I would say, this is one of the caveats that I suspect inside a trade war, the technology companies, they're at highs. Will they get hit? Yeah. The first ones that would really get hit, and this is why I think they're the weakest right now, is the Dow and the S&P. The Dow is 1,800 points off its high. The reason that they would get hurt the most is that they're the largest companies in the world, and they do business in every country. That's how those shakes out. Next would be the small caps. Next would be the S&P. But in both cases, the way this seems to be laying out right now is that maybe we won't get deep into a trade war, and it looks like we're going to, but, and after the aspect of between the tariffs coming out of steel and aluminum going into Europe, those stocks really haven't got hit either. If we go over to, let's go over to the FTSE for a second, just to see, actually, I want to go up to Canada, because Canada's the one that actually really could get hurt. So let's go take a look at Canada today and see that correlation inside their market. Okay, so Tahoe Resources, that's a small company though. Well, let's start with Tahoe. Let's see what, so that was, okay, that's mining precious metals, silver. Yeah, that got hit, but that's not, that's an all-time high. That's interesting. Okay, let me pull this back a bit. Okay, so second one down, Raging River Exploration, energy. Whitecap Resources. Let's see what Whitecap Resources is. That's oil and natural gas. Yeah, WYE. Let's go to what I was looking for up there. What I was looking for is that I was looking for steel companies or aluminum companies that basically are up there and exporting. If I go to Weyerhaeuser, this is interesting. You go to Weyerhaeuser, bottom line, Weyerhaeuser's going after its highs, 37.89. We actually closed over that today. Yeah, this is closed. This just closed at an all-time high. And this here, bottom line is that it's all about forest products in a big way too. If we go to and we take a look at the lumber market in general, excuse me, folks. July lumber, we're at 586 a board foot. Oh, not a board foot. I think it's 100,000 board feet. Yeah, it's 110,000 board feet. That's almost at all-time highs also. So thus far, you know, those companies haven't actually got hit. Let's go. Let me go to the DAX for a second in Germany. So the DAX closed up 46 today, 12,770. That looks like it's going to try to get up to its swing point again of 13,202. And inside the DAX, no, you get just about every stock was positive inside the DAX, excluding Merck and Bayer. And Bayer is taking over Monsanto, I believe. Yeah, so bottom line is that we'll see where this shakes out, but the way this market is trading right now, it doesn't look like, it doesn't look to me, the market is saying, if you just look at a fundamental basis, the market is saying somehow we're not going to get into a trade war. We'll see. Market can be wrong too, you know, and our perceptions can be wrong, because it's our perceptions of what the market's doing, but hey, we'll find out. Yeah, look at this equity. So Candy Technologies to manufacture small vehicles, including terrain vehicles, golf carts, motorcycles. This thing gets smoked out here today. This went down $1.55. What the heck happened here? Look at this. Oh, it dropped in a block trade. Look at that. Holy cow. Let me look at this intraday for a second. Someone wanted out quick. This is intense. So watch this, folks. You talk about an illiquid stock. Let me see this for a second. Okay, so this is an equity that does sometimes 90,000 a day, 400,000. It goes around quite a bit. And what you saw out here, someone said, I want out. I don't care how I get out. And bottom line is that they were getting out all day long. And they wanted every which way to get out. They threw another 209,000 in at the close. Let's see when they're coming out with numbers. August 9th. It's a Chinese company. Oh, yeah, look at this. Well, whatever's happening here is insane. So this company has gone down dramatically. In 2014, it did 170 million. 2017, it did 102 million. They're not even saying what they're going to do this year, but last quarter, they only did 8 million. So stay right there, folks. Come right back. We had the Dow Industrials finished up 178. NASDAQ up 52. S&P's up 12.5. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, accurate effective trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. And if we do take a look at these indices, what you're going to see, let's start with the SPY. So if we take a look at the SPY out here today closed up at $1.30. You're at 274.90. You are right at the top of this consolidation that we've been in since, let's see, May 14th. Volume died in the vine, but what I do expect, you're going to see a little pop on the SPY. That can actually get up to that. I don't think it has a strength for 280, but bottom line, it can get higher. The reason I'm saying it can get higher is that when we do go over to the NDX 100, what you're looking in the NDX 100 is that we're up 59. That does want to go test the 71.86. That is the highs, as well as the composite. The composite out here trading up 52 bucks today at 76.06. That also wants to run into this 76.37 level. Dow, that's small caps. So small caps also, bottom line, closed at highs out here today. Small caps did get a little juice into them. Up $5.38. You're at 16.53. If we go take a look at that IWM, the IWM did 14 million shares. The anemic volume out here was inside the Qs. The Qs came in with 19 million shares. That's going into 55 million. We'll see how that performs tomorrow as it comes into the $175.21 level. That baby wants to get tested. Well, we did have inside the NDX 100, the strength inside there today was JD.com. That was up 5.7%. Baidu was up 5. Ultrasalon was up 4.67. Gold contract, we need the gold contract. Bottom line, back down, had lighter volume. The danger here is that we're at 12.95, 12.86.80. That baby, no doubt, wants to get tested. So we'll see how that shakes out. The direct correlation to that, of course, is the dollar index. What the dollar index has done out here. Dollar index today rejected, lower price at 93.630. We're at 94. Bottom line, that looks like it's going to make a run for the top once again. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Look forward to speaking to you right back here tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.